On to victory!
children.
What?
You need to be quiet.
Hey guys, are we taking the mic off? Are we taking the mic off?
No, we'll just leave it there.
You don't have to be like,
I'm trying not to fidget right now. It's so
me
hard.
too.
Michelle, Miss Kane. Miss Kane,
I've got it.
should we start?
Wait, should we ask if we can tell him to,
Miss Kane.
do we like silence them?
No,
Silence!
you need to shut. Good morning. Please silence your cell phones. And hold on.
They're not listening. Turn back.
Good morning. Please silence your cell phones and rise for the posting of our colors and the singing of our national anthem.
Reverential Manor. Visit them at wilbur.com. Thanks to our media partner, Stars and Stripes. Stars and Stripes provides the U.S. military community with independent news and information. For the latest military news and info from around the world, check out stripes.com. Our coverage is also made possible by J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. Morgan Chase has a rich history of supporting veterans, dating back to before World War I. Through its Military and Veterans Affairs initiative, the firm is committed to honoring those who have served and positioning military members, veterans, and their families for long-term personal success and financial confidence. Learn more at jpmorganchase.com. And now, more Wreaths Across America Radio live coverage of the annual Escort to Arlington. Thanks to our media partner, Stars and Stripes. Stars
Their lives to the protection of our freedoms.
Alongside our servicemen and women who are here today, our Gold Star families, Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are here today to honor our veterans who have represented our country and dedicated their lives to the protection of our freedoms.
Alongside our servicemen and women who are here today, our Gold Star families, elected officials, school administrators, teachers, and students.
For many years, Wreaths Across America has been driving down the East Coast, starting right here in Maine and going all the way to Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. Once in D.C., the convoy drives to the gates of Arlington, and after a short ceremony, people begin laying wreaths on the graves of the fallen soldiers, remembering to say their names so they will not be forgotten.
Wreaths Across America is a reminder of the cost of freedom and everything we take for granted, like watching the news or going to school, is afforded because of the brave men and women who fought for our freedom and the men and women who continue to serve today. Because of Wreaths Across America, we are reminded that freedom isn't free.
For many years, I participated in laying wreaths at my local
Men, women travel through our communities to remind us the importance of remembering those who gave so much to our country. Additionally, it is jobs for local workers in Down East Maine, one of the toughest places to grow up. I also want to take a moment to recognize the 13 Gold Star family members who are traveling with the convoy today. Some of you may not know what a Gold Star family is. A Gold Star family is a family whose loved one died while serving our country in the military. These families and many others paid the ultimate sacrifice. Their loved ones were heroes and are a constant reminder to us, as Ben mentioned, that the cost of freedom isn't free. Students, you may not realize it now, but moments like these stay with you in your memory forever. I know they did for me when I was your age, because the greatest teacher in the world volunteers and works for Wreaths across America, and her name is Nancy Willie. Because students, I wish Nancy was here today, because she was my teacher, and I will never forget, for all of you guys that know Nancy, the event she made me dress up as Bing Crosby, singing. Those are the things you never forget. I hope today inspires you to find your own way to serve, whether that means helping a neighbor, showing kindness to a classmate, volunteering to help at a school or with a community project, or someday choosing a path that supports your state or your country. To Wreaths across America, the Worcester family, our convoy guests, and all the servicemen and women, thank you. Thank you for including us in carrying forward the mission that began in the heart of a small town in Maine. Thank you for honoring our veterans, for teaching our young people, and for reminding us that remembrance is something we must actively choose year after year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Superintendent Ray. We will now hear from the members of our Biddeford Middle School Band.
Music selections will include Yankee Doodle and My Country 'Tis of Thee.
Microphone on? Yeah. Students are on their way. They're just going to go play a couple of songs for you that we put together. There are two patriotic songs, and that we're super excited to perform them for you today. Right there.
Thank you to our talented musicians. We would now like to introduce Colonel Jen Fulmer, U.S. Air Force retired.
Colonel Fulmer retired from the U.S. Air Force in September of 2015. She spent 24 years serving in a variety of leadership positions, including B-1 Squadron Command and Vice Commander of the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing at Al Udeid Air Base, Qatar, where she was command's largest air wing, responsible for combat operations and installation support 8,000 and coalition warfighters.
Colonel Fulmer is a command pilot with more than 2,500 flight hours in the B-1 bomber, including 90 combat missions over Afghanistan and Iraq. She came to Maine after retiring from the Air Force. She was the founding executive director of the Maine nonprofit Boots to Roots. Boots to Roots works with active duty military who are planning to separate or retire from service and helps them transition to living and working in Maine. Colonel Fulmer currently dedicates her time to helping those in need in our community and is serving on the Biddeford Veterans Committee.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me here. Thank you to the Wreaths Across America team, Greg Morin and everybody else, and especially to the Gold Star families. It's really, truly an honor to be here today, and I'm humbled by the opportunity to speak with you all as part of this very important event. One of the best parts of being able to address all of you is to address the Biddeford awesome middle schoolers. You guys may think that you are just kids, but you are extremely important people who have the special responsibility and privilege of being America's future. The Wreaths Across America program is here to remind us that you are important. And we are counting on each and every one of you to safeguard our precious freedom, whether your future includes serving in the military, serving in government, or serving your communities. Freedom is a fragile thing that must be protected. The Wreaths Across America program helps us to remember our U.S. fallen veterans. Each wreath is a reminder that these men and women died defending our freedom. When military members join the military, we raise our hand and take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. We understand upholding that oath involves sacrifice, sometimes the ultimate sacrifice. These wreaths travel all over America and are placed on veterans' graves. They serve as a beautiful and peaceful reminders that the hero behind the wreath gave his or her life for us, for the precious gift of freedom. We must never forget their service, their sacrifice, or this gift that they have entrusted to us, they have entrusted us with to continue to protect. Wreaths Across America also helps us to honor those who serve. As we stand here today, thousands of U.S. military members are deployed around the world. Preserving freedom is not just accomplished through fighting, but also through influence. The U.S. military is currently engaged literally around the world in humanitarian operations, building wells, schools, teaching, running field hospitals, and providing disaster relief. When our United States military members show up, in whatever capacity, they are a symbol of hope for the oppressed. They are a symbol of freedom. Sometimes there is confusion about our Constitution and freedom. Sometimes people think that our country is oppressive. Wreaths Across America also provides a unique opportunity to teach us the value of freedom. You may wonder, why exactly do military members raise their hand and take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States? We are actually pledging to support and defend the principles that are outlined in the Constitution. It is a vow to fight for the principles that make up our freedom. There are many freedoms that we take for granted here in the United States. In many countries, children, especially girls, are not allowed to go to school. In many countries, people are thrown in jail or killed because of their religious beliefs. In many countries, people are thrown in jail or killed because they disagree with an opinion or an idea. The United States of America is not perfect. When people see oppression here in our country, some say that the United States is not a good country and blame our form of government, which is outlined in the Constitution and represented by the American flag. However, it is important to understand that the Constitution outlines a government of checks and balances to preserve and promote the principles of freedom. Oppression comes from individual people or institutions that operate counter to the constitutional principles. Today, we see a lot of people trying to silence each other because they have differing opinions. Our Constitution allows all of our citizens to have a voice. If our freedoms are jeopardized or we become victims of oppression in our own country, it's not because of the Constitution or the flag. It's because of people, and in many cases political leaders, who are not abiding by the principles of freedom outlined in the Constitution. I swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Hundreds of thousands of men and women, many of my comrades, died to support the individual rights outlined in our Constitution that provide the freedom to express individual opinions. I have been to many other countries where you can be thrown in jail for simply speaking your opinion. Our country, this United States of America, was founded on the principles of freedom, justice, liberty, and equality. The Constitution outlines these principles. Our flag stands for these principles. The U.S. military members live and die supporting and defending these principles. People come here from all over the world because they know it is the only place on earth for everyone to actually have a chance at reaching true freedom and justice for all. Each year, hundreds of thousands of men and women across the country team up to create, transport, deliver, and place these beautiful wreaths on the headstones of our nation's heroes. Today, you have a unique opportunity to be part of this amazing effort. I recommend that you ask your teachers about the Constitution and learn as much as you can about why you are so privileged to live in this country. That will help you understand why Wreaths Across America has such an important mission. My hope and prayer is that you value your freedom, that you understand why it is so precious and important to support and defend, and that you never take that for granted, and that you always treat one another with respect and kindness. May God bless the Wreaths Across America team, our fallen comrades, and this great United States of America. Thank you.
Colonel Fulmer, thank you for your service and for speaking to us today. Please enjoy our chorus performance of Patriotic Festival and Singing Freedom Song.
Nephew of my Uncle Sam,
Thank you for that beautiful performance. We would now like to welcome Mayor Liam LaFountain.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Ben. And thank you to the Biddeford Middle School Choir. What a wonderful performance. Good morning, and thank you for welcoming this convoy to Biddeford once again. It's an honor for our city to be a stop on this remarkable journey to Arlington National Cemetery. And it's a privilege to join our students, our educators, our local veterans, and the Wreaths Across America team this morning. Each December, this convoy carries more than wreaths. It carries the weight of memory, the stories of those who served, and the enduring responsibility we share to ensure the sacrifices of our veterans are never forgotten. What began as a simple act of gratitude by a Maine wreath maker has grown into a national tradition that reaches millions of people and thousands of communities. Yet the heart of the mission has stayed the same: to remember the fallen, to honor those who serve, and to teach the next generation the value of freedom. Our students play a meaningful role in this mission today. When young people pause to reflect on service and sacrifice, something important happens. They begin to understand that the freedoms they enjoy were earned by those who came before them, and that honoring those sacrifices is not something we do once a year, but something we uphold through our choices, our civic engagement, and the way we care for one another. To the veterans here with us today, thank you. Thank you for your courage, for your perseverance, for your service. Thank you to the families of those who supported you, and the example you continue to set for all of us. Your service has shaped this country. It will shape our students who are inheriting it. And it remains our shared responsibility to build a future worthy of that service. As this convoy travels south to Arlington National Cemetery, each wreath placed will mark more than a resting place. It will mark a promise that we will continue to remember, continue to honor, and continue to teach. It will mark a commitment to ensuring that the stories of those who served are carried forward by today's students and tomorrow's leaders. Biddeford is proud to play a small part in this journey. We are grateful to the organizers, to our schools, to our volunteers, and especially to our veterans. And we are proud of the students who have prepared so thoughtfully to welcome this convoy and reflect on what it represents. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to stand with you this morning. May today remind us all of both the cost of freedom and the responsibility we all share to protect it. Safe travels to all participating in this escort, and thank you for giving Biddeford the privilege of standing with you in this mission, a mission that ensures the stories of our veterans are carried forward, not as distant history, but as a living responsibility we pass to those who will shape the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor LaFountain, for being with us today. Please enjoy hearing Land That I Love and The Brave.
Thank you for waiting for us. This is the Biddeford Middle School fifth grade chorus. We're going to be singing two songs. One is Land That I Love. It's a partner song with America the Beautiful. And then we'll be singing a song called Brave. So thank you for having us.
to the stage to speak to us.
Ben, can you say it again?
Thank you for that beautiful performance. We would now like to welcome Ms. Karen Worcester, the Executive Director and Co-founder of Wreaths Across America, to the stage to speak to us.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be back. I just want to say, when I first came in, when we sat down and then I heard the Pledge of Allegiance with so many kids behind us saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and my heart kind of skipped a beat, because I had Mrs. Woolley as a teacher, too. And I don't know, I almost called you Jeremy, but I'll call you Mr. Ray today, although I'm much older, and have called you Jeremy many times. Have you ever seen the video that she did for us where she breaks down the Pledge of Allegiance and what it actually means? Because you need to go to wreathsacrossamerica.org, because those are powerful words. And to echo what the Colonel said, all of you kids are our future. So when you say that pledge and you stop and think about it, and oh, my heart just sings if everybody means that pledge, that we do pledge allegiance to the flag, not just to the flag, for what it stands. So that really touched me. I just wanted to also say, we talk a lot about going to Arlington, and we talk a lot about wreaths, but the wreath is the catalyst to teach, to remember, to honor. And every wreath, and there will be well in excess of 3 million wreaths at 5,700 locations all over the country, in every state, with kids and families just like these going out to place a wreath. But every wreath is going on a stone, and every stone, beneath that stone, lays somebody that served this country. And every one of them has a story to tell, and every family wants them to be remembered. And there are some who long since their mom or dad or closest relative has already passed away too, so we stop and pause for those. We're about ready to celebrate 250 years. And since the first shot of the revolution was fired, people have stood up for us to be free. So I wanted to bring that home to each one of you here today. Every story is a person who was a young person just like you, who sat on a stage when they were in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, who did Christmas concert and had aspirations. And so one of the ways I think we can do that is to share stories of a young boy that I'm sure you sat through many concerts just like this. This is my friend Annette Kirk. She is a sitting president of the American Gold Star Mothers, and I want her to share her son's story, because I'm sure when you see these concerts, it brings back a memory or two. Share those with us, and thank you for coming up with me.
Thank you, Karen. A lot of times I don't share about my son because I find that in the position that I'm in, since I've been on the national board with the organization, I represent all of our children and your brothers, your sisters, your husbands' wives, nieces, nephews, any relation. So I'm here to represent all. But as for my son, Paul Kazupi II, I come here and I see our youth of today, and yes, I have very many memories of sitting here, sitting in the audience and watching him. I always taught Paul to try something once, at least once, and you need to give it a year, do not drop out. So that's something that I'm going to tell you kids. So let's say you don't like chorus. Don't drop out. Give it a year, because something might happen and make that change. Paul, he started out with playing the clarinet, and he went on to play the cello, the tall stand-up bass. He played guitar. He played drums. By the time that he was a 10th grader in high school, he was playing in local rock bands. By the time he was in college, I had so many girls calling my house. I'm like, please move out and go to the dorms. Yeah, little mom humor, and I was a groupie, I'll admit. But he also played soccer, baseball, football, and I was there. I was the team mom for every one of them. So, you know, as a parent, we're always their biggest fan as well. A couple of years ago, our national president, Pam Stemple, she spoke about their dash, remembering that they have their birth date and their death date. We always need to remember those dates, all those memories from in between their dash. And that's something that we need to focus on. And it's memories like this, what we're doing today, that we always need to remember. And us as Gold Star families, we're going to have those God winks. And I've already had quite a few just since Thursday. I hope to have many more. I know he's watching over me. So thank you for this opportunity to just talk a little bit about my Paul, and I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you're doing to support us.
Behind every stone is a story, and every story is a part of our past that makes us Americans, people who put freedom and love of country ahead of everything else so that we could be here. So when you join us Sunday, and I hope you will, and remember, honor, and teach, remember these are real people with real families that love them. And thank you for having us here. We really appreciate coming back. I hope we come back again. Thanks.
As we conclude our program today, we thank Wreaths Across America for choosing us as a host location and for sharing their mission with us. When the ceremony is complete, we would like to ask our guests to remain seated while our staff and students exit the auditorium.
In honor of those who have served and paid the ultimate price, we would ask for you to now stand and take a moment of silence. This concludes our ceremony.
Head right out, no, right back through here.